A country built a fund to make itself richer. Billions of dollars were raised for its future. Then much of the money simply vanished. It turned into yachts, paintings, and a movie about fraud. In 2009, Malaysia created a state investment fund. It was meant to build the nation's future. Big banks helped it borrow billions. The fund looked full and powerful. Around it moved a young, dazzling financier. He seemed to know everyone who mattered. He had no official title, yet huge influence. Money flowed wherever he pointed. On the surface, everything looked golden. But a straw was about to slip into the jar. The money was supposed to stay in the jar. Instead, a hidden straw reached in from under the table. It pulled the money out, quietly, piece by piece. The money traveled through a maze of shell companies. Prosecutors say more than $4 billion was taken this way. And the money didn't disappear, it changed shape. It became a giant superyacht. It became famous paintings on a wall. It became diamonds and wild parties. And then came the most ironic part of all. Some of it paid for a movie about a con man. A film about cheating, funded by cheating. On the surface, the jar still showed full. Nobody shook it to hear the echo. Then a few reporters started asking questions. How much was really still inside the jar? One report dropped like a bomb. Hundreds of millions had landed in the leader's own account. The powerful tried to put the lid back on. They called it a gift from abroad. But the story had already crossed the oceans. Investigators abroad began to follow the straw. They traced the yachts and the paintings. Then they shook the jar at last. It was almost empty, just an echo. The hole inside kept growing bigger. A whole nation had been standing on it. The truth was about to spill across the world. Investigators launched a giant hunt for the money. They seized the giant superyacht. They pulled the paintings off the walls. Even the movie studio paid the money back. The big bank that arranged the loans admitted guilt. Voters threw the leader out of power. The jar was turned over for all to see. Billions were missing, and much was never found. The yachts and paintings had real owners now. But the man with the straw had vanished. The former leader was put on trial. He was convicted and sent to prison. His sentence was later cut by a royal pardon. The banker who helped admitted his crimes too. But the young financier, still gone. He was charged but never caught or convicted. And to this day, he denies any wrongdoing. Much of the money was never seen again. They used stolen money to film a story about stealing. A nation's savings can vanish quietly like this. This was the 1MDB scandal, based on public records.